Hi guys, today I will tell you about the joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business or Hindu undivided family business is that form of business organization which is on and managed by the members of HUF. It is the oldest form of business organization and can be found only in India. This type of business is governed by Hindu law. The business is controlled by the head of the family who is the eldest member of family and is called Karta. The spelling is Karta. All members have equal ownership right over the property and they are known as copper sinners. They are known as what? They are known as copper sinners. These generations of a family can be members of HUF. Overall, we can speak a business which is run under control of head of the family and managed by all the family members under the provision of Hindu law. We can speak that is the business of joint Hindu family business. Now, various features of joint Hindu family business should be there. Here are the so many features for you. The features are formation, liability, control, continuity, minor members, and so many others. Then one by one we try to discuss. The first one feature is formation. At least two members. The first feature is formation. At least two members and an ancestral property is the basic requirement for the formation of joint Hindu family business. Then the next one is relate to membership by birth. Membership by birth. There are two systems which governs membership. One system is called the Dayabhaga and another one system is called the Mitakshara. If we are trying to go with the Dayabhaga system, this system will be prevail only in West Bengal and allows both male and female members to co-sinners, or we can speak the active members of the business. But when we will go with the Mitakshara system, the system will be prevail all over India except West Bengal and allows only male members to be co-sinners. Then we should be go with the next principle, that is related to the liability. The liability of Karta is unlimited. Unlimited because he is the senior most male co-sinner. But the liability of other members is limited to the extent of their share. Now the next is control. Control, the business is controlled by the only the eldest member, that is calling who? That is the Karta. Now the next is continuity. The continuity after the death of Karta, the next eldest member takes his position and thus the business continues. Then next is the minor members. Under joint Hindu family business, an individual becomes member by taking birth in the family. Hence, a minor can also be a member of HUF business. Then your next one content is related to the merits of Hindu undivided family business or joint Hindu family business. There are various merits or advantages. The first one is effective control. In an HUF business, the Karta has absolute decision making power. This facilitates quick and flexible decision making. It is available on the screen. If you try to see, you will see. The next one is the continued business existence. Continued business existence. An HUF business has continued existence. Its existence is not affected by the death of Karta, as the next eldest member takes up his position. Then the next one is limited liability. Yes, the liability of the co-sinners is limited to the extent of their share in the family business. The next one is secrecy. Yes, complete secrecy maintain in HUF business because all the decisions can be maintained by the Karta. The next one is increase loyalty and cooperation. The members of an HUF business are loyal to each other and are willing to cooperate and work towards a common goal as all of them belong to the same family. Now, instead of the merits, some demerits or limitations should be there. Under it, we can speak the limited resources or limited capital, unlimited liability of Karta, dominance of Karta, limited managerial skills, hasty decisions. Then one by one we try to discuss. The first one is limited resources or limited capital. The HUF business depends mainly on the ancestral property. This creates the problem of limited capital. The next one is unlimited liability of Karta. In HUF, the liability of the Karta is unlimited. His personal assets can also be used to discharge the debts of the business. This prevents him from taking bold decisions and limits the growth of the business. The Karta is also burdened with the task of decision making and managing the business. The next one is dominance of Karta. The Karta has vast powers in the management of the family business. If the Karta misuses his powers and tries to dominate the family, then the other co-signers may protest. This may create conflict in the family and lead to business disintegration. The next one is hasty decisions. Because Karta is overburdened with the task of decision making and managing the business, then he may be take hasty and unbalanced decisions. Then last one is limited managerial skills of Karta. If we will try to discuss this point, a Karta has absolute decision making power related to all aspects of the business. He cannot be an expert in all the areas of management. If he doesn't take the help of other co-signers, then his unwise decision will affect the business adversely. Because of these limitations, this form of business organization is on decline. Now overall, I think you get the understanding about the Hindu undivided family business or joint Hindu family business. Okay guys, have a good day.